the making of metaphor is at the heart of, I suppose, yeah, it is at the heart of what I do. It sounds kind of pretentious to say that, but I mean, it's, you know, if one were to examine it, yes, that's right. It is at the heart of it. And a particular kind of metaphor making that goes back to our friend John Donne and George Herbert and those guys who specialized in a very particular kind of metaphor, the conceit, as I say, the extended metaphor that found a likeness between two unlike things and then sort of dragged it out, drew it out, like gold to airy thinness beat, as somebody puts it. So sort of beating the thing out, finding every connection, the extended metaphor. So I'm interested in that. I'm interested in the outrageous, the outlandish metaphor, the finding of, you know, connections that are far flung, and yet one hopes illuminating. So in fact, you know, indeed, to go back to something we were talking about earlier on, one of the absolute essentials for metaphor making is difference. In fact, extreme difference, having acknowledged samenesses in the world. One needs extreme differences actually to make decent metaphors. There's really no point in comparing like with like. There's no point in saying my baseball bat is like a baseball bat. It is of no interest, absolutely none. So one has to, you know, go down the road a little bit to find something with which it is akin. Recently, I'm not sure about recently. You know, I don't know. You know, from early on, I'm just thinking, some along the way, well, one of the very earliest ones, and I think particularly under the sway of John Donne, was the connection between the thorn, the crown of thorns on the head of the Christ and a hedgehog, the little thorn, the little prickly animal. You know, then a relationship between the Siamese, the original Siamese twins, Chang and Eng, who died 5 hours apart. One of them died 5 hours before the other, connecting that to a relationship in which there is a time zone difference, but of 5 hours, but also a relationship that's coming to an end. So, I mean, those are just two off the top of my head. One of the things, I'm saying my heads because I'm thinking of Chang and Eng, perhaps. But, you know, one of the things is, like most writers, I think, I hope, I don't really sit around reading my own stuff, you know. So I'm not a good person to ask about examples of it.